What's up, guys? Welcome back to the series on Before They Were Famous, Startup Pivots to Fame. Now, in this installment, we're going to be covering Woot, want one of those, and Yelp. Now, if you want to hear the stories and how they pivoted, stick with me right now.
Ask Alex. Ask Alex. Because you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Now, Woot began in 2004 as a way for Matt Rutledge's 12-year-old wholesale electronics distributor to clear out unsold inventory. Woot is a term of excitement like Yahoo or Hooray, but much nerdier, says Matt Rutledge, the founder, who turned Woot.com into one of the most unusual and frequently trafficked e-commerce companies in the US. Let's just listen to Matt tell his story. So Woot evolved from a distributor company that I had started back in the 90s. It was basically a non-internet company. This was to get the phone and sell computer parts to stores both locally in the Dallas area and then nationwide as we started to pick up more and more sort of closeouts from manufacturers. We persisted in that model for a lot longer than our peers, and then before Woot launched, our customer base was down to the big box retailers, the Comp USAs, the Computer Cities, and the Circuit Cities. And all those places are now out of business themselves. But basically Best Buy type stores, huge multi-location, sometimes hundreds of location stores that would buy big batches of inventory to move through. When we got stuck with an item, when we had something that those customers didn't want, because that customer base had become so focused in only a few accounts, we realized that we were upside down or stuck with the product more quickly than we had in the past. So we looked for outlets to blow the product out as quickly as we could, because it was controversial that we needed to do that. So Woot was actually a solution for the wholesale company's platform or problem, making mistakes and having run out of bought a bunch of either computer-related or consumer electronics-related items that we were sort of stuck with. It wasn't really designed as a let's have fun on the internet and be snarky and invent this daily deal model, which we did, but we didn't invent those things for the glory of inventing them. We invented them to solve the very real problems of our business. They achieved that, and then I think what leaked through and maybe added to people's enjoyment, that was more of our personality coming through. The result was a new model for online shopping that combined bargain hunting with scarcity and urgency, all while maintaining a sense of humor that would become the company's trademark. Think Groupon, right? He said, I think we had some robotic lawnmowers the first day. We were fairly arrogant about our marketing and people thought, we sold cheap. People thought they must have been stolen. The funny thing is, as you can see with a lot of these case studies, luck and just trying shit actually can pay off. He said, we're almost a study of how lazy you can be and still have success. It's been fun to prove conventional wisdom wrong. Matt ultimately sold Woot to Amazon for $110 million and worked with Amazon for a couple of years, but most recently left to start meh.com, which is owned by his admission, very similar to Woot. Okay guys, next one up, Yelp. Do you know Yelp began as an automated system for emailing recommendation requests to friends? Now, after PayPal was sold to eBay, Jeremy Stolpman and Russell Simmons cashed out and began kicking around startup ideas with former colleagues. PayPal co-founder Max Levchin in 2004. One day Stolpman was looking for a doctor, but had no clue how to find a good one. Same story for ZocDoc, right, by the way? That gave him and Simmons an idea for an overly convoluted automated system in which people could email friends asking for recommendations on, say, local doctors. Now, to make it scalable, the answers would be stored in a communal site for everyone to see if they had the same question. Levchin floated the cheeky chappies $1 million to build out the plan, and it went nowhere. As with most successful pivots, the co-founders noticed an interesting behavior among their first early users, though. People were writing unsolicited reviews of their favorite businesses just for shits and giggles. Pivot time. Jeremy said, I remember the moment that Russ said, there should be a way for you to write your own reviews without asking questions. What they really wanted to solve for, though, was not a new doctor. It was the search for the greatest restaurants and clubs in San Fran. And I love to party too. To get Yelp off the ground, they decided to mix business with pleasure and started hosting Yelp parties at local venues. The parties got people talking and writing reviews, building up Yelp's content. Fast forward, and a lot of people got their rocks off using Yelp as a form of social network. Some people take it seriously to the point that South Park made a rather delightful, disgusting video. It's actually totally gross. It's on my blog if you want to watch it. Jeremy said one of the first surprises were the length of reviews and the attention to detail. People think they have to write reviews of a certain quality, or there's no point. A lot of them are funny, some are poetry. I saw one review in the form of an IM conversation with Skeletor. Yeah, well, Yelp's done pretty well out of a blind pivot. Now, let's not get into the accusations or the fact that they blackmail retailers and stuff now, but let's not disagree that Yelp is something which a lot of people use quite a lot. Now, I hope that was really informative and useful. If it was, hit subscribe, like, share, all that kind of good stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye.